It'll be the Pennsylvania Rebellion who will have the first overall pick. Stu Williams from the Pennsylvania Rebellion.
All right, the #1 overall pick in the 2014 NPF College Draft is a pitcher from Arizona State, Dallas Escobedo.
Escobedo is hopeful to bring a Coles Cup up to the newest team in the NPF. The Pennsylvania Rebellion take Dallas Escobedo, a two-time NSCAA All-American. She was the co-most outstanding player in the 2011 Women's College World Series, Barb.
Well, we have to remember, Dallas won a national championship when she was only a freshman in college. And ever since then, she's had a target on her back. She's always faced everybody's best competition. And she's seen the highs and lows that can happen throughout a career when you face people's best. But the thing about Dallas is she continues to put up great numbers. She's leading the country in strikeouts, and she showed just the other night how many strikeouts she wanted to go after against Arizona when she struck out 16 batters.
The 14th player in Pac-12 history to register over 1,000 career strikeouts, three-time All-Pac-12 in 2010 and 2012, and obviously she's likely to be in that same situation once again here in 2014. And Barb, you take a look at the impact pitching makes in this game, and certainly Dallas Escobedo is a player that can bring the Coles Cup up to the Rebellion.
Stu, there is a lot of talent out there. What led you to pick Dallas Escobedo for your first overall pick?
Well, Barb, it was somewhat simple. You saw all of her credentials in softball, but we were looking for something even a little bit more, that intangible. And you can think all the way back, even back to her high school days, when she was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then went on to strike out, 16 or 17 players. She's got the heart. She comes from the right family. Her dad's a Marine. It is just an obvious #1 pick for us, and we're so excited to have her.
Well, now, your anticipation of the draft, your first NPF draft, what was that like for you?
Well, let me say first, it was a lot of fun. In Nashville, being here in Nashville, an amazing place. It's going to be very difficult to go back as much as we love southwestern Pennsylvania. But we did a lot of work, did a lot of going into people's background and history to try and figure out who had that intangible, because we're looking for chemistry.
All right, the final pick of the second round, it's the 8th overall pick. The Pennsylvania Rebellion choose a catcher from Nebraska, Taylor Edwards.
Lots of smiling faces here inside the Ford Theater. And you get great pitchers, and why not get a great catcher? Taylor Edwards out of Nebraska, 2013 Women's College World Series All-Tournament selection. And currently she owns 11 Nebraska offensive records. She had an NCAA record for grand slams in a game with 2, and she went on a streak of 6 consecutive games, Barb, with a home run. So you take a look at getting a player like Taylor Edwards. Not only are you getting a great player and solid player defensively to help add to those young pitchers, but also you're getting a great bat as well, which is certainly something the Rebellion could use. Well,
again, it's another power hitter. She's batting over 400 this year, so offensively, I think that she can make a major impact. But when you take a look at her behind the plate, she's catching a drop ball pitcher, and she has no pass balls this year, so they're getting a great quality catcher as well.
For the 9th overall pick, the Pennsylvania Rebellion select a pitcher from Washington, Brianna Walker.
Brianna Walker, a right-handed pitcher out of Washington, is going to come and play in the league 2013 All Pac-12 selection. And you take a look at her record last season, she won 20-7 over 38 appearances, and she recorded a team-high 13 strikeouts on May 17th. And, you know, every time you take a player out of the Pac-12, out of the SEC, especially a program like Washington, these are players that have been in really big games during their career, which shows that early on, even as a professional, they can make a big impact.
Well, they can make a big impact, and the thing I like about Walker is her ability to throw her changeup on any pitch. She's a tough pitcher on the mound, and she's going to be reckoned with.
And you see the Rebellion huddling, trying to figure out who they want to pick with their 16th pick.
For the final pick of the 4th round, this is the 16th pick overall. The Rebellion choose a pitcher from USC Upstate, Anna Miller.
Well, South Carolina Upstate's Anna Miller, a right-handed pitcher who was the California Junior College Pitcher of the Year in 2012 and the Golden Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year as well that season, is going to be headed up to Pittsburgh. Not too far of a journey there, as we see the Pennsylvania Rebellion go again, trying to find another arm, and that's one of the big keys in this league. You can never have enough pitching to really round out that roster.
Well, I think with Anna Miller, the biggest compliment I heard about her, I heard a quote once, and it was, why isn't she pitching at a major university? Because she's a major league pitcher. And I think that's a tribute to her hard work in college. I think she started out and she chose where to go, and she wasn't quite peaked yet, but now with all her hard work, she really is at the top of her game.
Well, the Pennsylvania Rebellion will have the first pick in this final round, and I believe they are ready.
With the 17th overall pick, the Pennsylvania Rebellion choose a first baseman and a utility player from Texas A&M, Nicole Morgan.
Another player out of the SEC, Nicole Morgan, who hit .315 with 16 home runs and 44 RBIs.
Well, I like Nicole Morgan. She calls a great game behind the plate. She has 8 pickoffs this year, but she can do it with her bat. Coach Evans says she's the best athlete on the team. She can also play first base, so she moves well for her size. She's your typical catcher, but she's really good on her feet.
And you can see the gun that she has when she's behind home plate. And again, we see the Pennsylvania Rebellion. They've drafted a number of pitchers tonight, but they've also tried to give the pitchers some great talent behind the plate.
Well, they've done that, and I think the catchers that they've selected, they have great experience. They've caught some quality pitchers on their teams.
Barbara Jordan and our entire MTSU crew. Bernie Gunther is saying so long from a sold-out Ford Theater here in Music City, USA. We'll see you in May for the start of the NPF season here in 2014.